Alrighty, welcome to the Tuesday show. It's Tuesday. My name is Ultra David.
And I am James Chen. How's everybody going?
First of all, how you doing? Alrighty, welcome to the Tuesday show. It's Tuesday. My name is Ultra David.
And I am James Chen. Hang on a second. I'm getting an echo.
First of all, how you doing? Alrighty, welcome.
Ooh, triple echo. That was
Dang,
cool.
that started to get crazy.
Yeah, that started getting crazy. Okay. First of all, I am doing okay. Doing better now. I found out from after last week that I have something called walking pneumonia.
Yikes.
Which is like a form of pneumonia which you don't necessarily feel any symptoms of except maybe just the cough like I was having. And doctor prescribed me some antibiotics which I've been taking for the past like 3 days.
Okay.
So he says that after you start taking them you might not start feeling the effects until after about 3 days. So you know, I still have fits of coughing, so I'm warning you right now that may still happen, but they happen far less frequently than they were occurring last time. So
yeah, I've been sitting here with you for the last maybe 5-10 minutes, and I have not heard a big cough yet.
And although I will say sometimes they get really bad, and like I feel like I pulled a muscle or something on my side because it like really hurts from coughing so badly.
Just a little bout of light pneumonia.
Yes, exactly.
No big deal.
Yeah.
That's why. Well, I'm glad you're all right.
Yeah, and it's funny too because like my doctor even said, he was like, let's schedule another appointment because let's talk about like how you could have contracted this because he is like, he's curious how that might have even happened because it's not contagious.
Right.
So, you know, just curious to see where
Too much time in a damp basement, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, honestly, I'm probably not down here as often as I. But I mean, I know I caught it while I was at NCR, so I blame Sacramento. I blame Sacramento.
All right, Sacktown. Gross.
Yeah,
gross
exactly.
out there. I'll be fine.
Yes.
People in the chat, don't worry about me.
I mean, you already shared a hotel room with me for a weekend and then sat on an airplane literally next to me for 10 hours. And if you're not sick, then it's going to be okay. So.
Yeah, it was like 6 days in Kuwait and traveling to and from Kuwait. So yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Anyway, here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Falke, not Falke. All right, David, I'm talking to myself because I want to pronounce it Falke so badly.
That's all I've been saying is Falke.
Falke. We'll talk about her. We're going to talk about sponsorships in the DBFZ scene, which I think are a very interesting harbinger of different signs, different times.
Good, interesting. We'll talk.
We'll get there. We're going to talk about results from Saigon Cup and
Clutch.
We're going to talk about not a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, it's been a pretty light week so far.
It has. And we'll talk about upcoming Game Over tournament in Dominican Republic, where we will both be this weekend. And then other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, if we have time,
questions.
we'll do Q&A if we have time, which probably we will. So depending on how long we go talking about Falke, you know.
For sure. All right, well, let's talk about her. So she came out today. We always talk about graphics first, I guess. So what do you think about anything about the graphics?
I'll tell you right now, whatever that outfit was that was in the trailer, the one that's in the story mode trailer, the story mode costume, the white one where she looks like a tennis player or a golfer or whatever, that costume is awful. And I think it really just makes all of her moves look that much worse. Like, I feel like she looks better in the default costume that she has, just overall in general. Some of the moves are still terrible. Like, even they did some cute animations, like when she walks forward, the first thing she does is adjust her hat, make sure it doesn't fall off, and then she goes into her normal walking animation. Now, you know, I'm not an animator or anything like that, but I know animators and I've heard a lot of them talking about it. But her walking animation does this, and her animation from her hat adjustment snaps into her walking animation, so her arm just kind of goes thwack, and then all of a sudden she's just like, well, it's like there's lots of weird little problems with her animation, even despite the cool things that she does. You know, the critical art is still bad. I still don't know what's going on with Standing Light Punch, which is just like, you know, she's sweeping the floor.
She's not into it.
Yeah, and I understand they're supposed to try to make her kind of bored, but then like story mode, one of the artworks is her like looking all cutesy and everything, so I don't buy that at all. I don't buy it either. I don't buy that excuse at all, so.
By the way, the story pictures, I keep expecting that to be better, but it's the same as when it launched SF5 came out and Laura was like a Naga sea witch. It's exactly the same stuff.
I think that they just like, he's just like, look, I'm not gonna spend more than 5 minutes on any of these drawings. I'm sorry, I don't have time.
Yeah, I mean, for what, I don't know why, but I guess that's how it is. So
sorry.
Oh, that was the first one. Okay, all right. Anyway, she's not great looking. There's no doubt. And Ian put up that little GIF where Falke is walking at each other, the two Falkes, and their first step is just a float. Basically, it's like a slide. Yeah, that's something that every character has to an extent. Like nobody starts walking immediately. They all like take a little. But for other characters, it looks a little bit less jarring than it does for her. So it's not great looking. Not great looking character.
I mean, to be honest with you, they're not as bad, like as I initially thought they were gonna be. She looks better than I thought. She's got a lot of cool post animations and stuff like that. So still there's just a few things that look janky. Maybe not even as janky as Sakura though. I think Sakura still looks a little janky.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think Sakura's the worst so far this season. So that's the graphics, whatever, not super important to me anyway, but let's talk about the gameplay. So far, I think she's very interesting. I had a chance to check her out for about an hour earlier today, and I really liked what I found. I'm looking for kind of a zoner. I think that's what I'd like her to be, and I think that she can do that. But I think that she also has good frame advantage on some buttons. She has good footsies. She has good anti-airs. She has some tricky stuff as well, tricky meaty situations and the like, that I think are going to be strong. And she has an invincible option, which is always great in this game.
Right.
I really think that she has a lot of stuff going for her.
Have you seen the little clips from Infiltration Stream where her crouching medium punch has like hurt boxes for days?
No.
Yeah, you can whiff that thing like for a long time, and then you can whiff punish it.
Oh, really?
Super easy, yeah.
Okay.
So there's gonna be some issues here and there, but that's not even her best footsie button. Her best footsie button is standing medium kick, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like I think that button is super good, but I think she's super interesting right now. I saw a lot of people in my chat because I streamed earlier, messing around with her. Some people are saying that they think that she looks like she's not going to be very good. I don't know. I think she looks like she might be really good once people figure her out. I don't know how exciting she'll be. Like, I can see if people are like, oh, I'll get bored playing this character. But, dude, I think having the 2-button anti-air, the fact that she doesn't move very far forward makes it so that she can hit people above her head very well.
Yeah.
I was testing it on all sorts of things. It's not fully invincible. Like, it'll trade with Cammy's dive kick, but the thing about it is it hits way the hell up there.
For sure.
So if Cammy tries to do jump heavy kick or dive kick and do the little mess up your anti-air, it doesn't work. You just smack them out of the air. And it's a 1-button reaction.
Right.
I don't even.
It's like Lariat, basically.
Yeah, it is. You can do it from crouching, just like Lariat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that she's going to be really effective. To be honest with you, I think she has the potential to be really strong in this game.
I totally agree with you. I do. I mean, I see what you mean when it comes to not being. She's not flashy in terms of mix-ups. I've seen some flashy combos so far. I've seen some cool looking links and the like, but she's not going to be like wild and fast or anything. I don't think like that. But I do think that if you are the kind of player who likes to have like a Guile kind of character or a Manat kind of character, which you're spending most of the match kind of away, zoning,
defensive,
keeping the space control, then I feel like she has a lot of attraction for that kind of player. Right. So I'm excited. One of my critiques for SF5 gameplay wise was that I didn't think that there was enough gameplay variety.
Right.
And as the last couple seasons have gone on, I don't think that that's true anymore. I feel like there's all the things. Now you've always had the pressure characters.
Right.
That's what it started out with.
Right.
Yeah. But on top of that, now you have big body grappler, you have heavy zoning character, you have not just Guile, the projectile zoning, the sort of
Manat Dhalsim.
Yeah, you have the Manat Dhalsim kind of zoning, and now I think that you have another take on that with Falke. And her zoning, I think, is really fun. Like her projectiles, I think, are very interestingly done. It's like Zero. You know, you're charging the button until you let go. So it's as if it's similar timing to when Guile throws sonic booms, like similar rate of fire. But rather than the limitation being that you have to hold down back or back or something, it's more like you give up a button. Right. So it's a very similar rate of fire, but different way of achieving it. And I really like that you have the graphical tell of when she's holding. So with Guile, you kind of have to guess sometimes, is he holding sonic boom? Because it's not really easy to tell. With her, it's going to be easy to tell, but she doesn't give up movement, which I like it. It's, like I said, very Zero-y, which I think is cool.
I don't know. I think she's really interesting. It's like you said, the last few characters, like, look, I know a lot of people rate Blanca and Sakura very low, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they're as bad as people say they are. Like, Sakura obviously is not going to be Cammy level, but she does a lot of very annoying pressure up close things. Blanca, however, super interesting in my opinion, because he fights from this mid-range
for sure
that nobody else fights from. And he does it because hop back, standing heavy kick, rainbow ball, V-skill jump, regular jump, hop forward, Blanca ball.
He's moving.
Yeah, it's like he plays more like Street Fighter 2 than any other characters. He's just like, I'll do this one. Okay. I'll do this one. Okay. I'll do this one.
And he has a lot of really good hitboxes too. His jump-ins are better than you think. He's got good footsies. And good counter pokes anyway, I should say.
So I do like the fact that I think Falke is very different, and I think the zoning is going to be a lot more effective because of the fact that she has such a potent anti-air. Like, if that wasn't there, then I can see a lot of people being like, yeah, she's not, but like, that thing works super good. I was fighting against, so like I said, it's upper body invincibility. So when Cammy did the dive kick and I did Falke's uppercut, I would trade because the dive kick would hit low enough on my leg. But if I did Cammy jump roundhouse so that it hit like as deep as possible, dude, I could do the anti-air so late and it would win. And if you really need the invincibility, all 3 punches will do that. That beat the dive kick for free, right? Sure. And so I just feel like that combined with just because a lot of people were asking, how do you prevent people from walking up to you, right? And it's really just the straight gunshot is really kind of annoying, but that combined with the fact that now they have this temptation to jump in, she really is a no-charge Guile. You know what I mean? And it's really interesting that way. Sure. I almost wonder if that's fair. Like at first when I was playing Falke, I was like, oh, her standing gunshot doesn't shoot a fireball across the screen. I thought it was going to, and I was like, kind of disappointed. But I kind of understand that now, because if it did, she'd be way too good.
I think you're right.
You know? I don't know. I think she's really fascinating, and I'm interested to even just try her out a little bit and see how she does. So. Yeah,
I really like her ideas, and as I was saying, I think that she is effective at them. She's not perfect. She doesn't have very good throw range. So, for example, if you press one stand short point blank and the opponent blocks it, you're not in throw range anymore.
Right. Well, actually, the other 3s all work. Crouching light punch, standing light punch, crouching light kick. You can do all those right in a throw. Okay. You're still in throw range. However, I think her biggest weakness is that you can walk back on her.
Right.
You can hold back on her, and maybe they'll be out of range. Because all 3 of those buttons are +2. So if you do that into throw, you will beat 3-frame buttons. But if you hold back, like her crouching medium kick is like the only low that she really has.
Down forward roundhouse is plus on block and low.
Is that a low?
It's a low.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. That changes a little bit.
Roundhouse is a low.
That changes a little bit then. Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how great that is, but it does prevent you from walking back a little bit. It's not very fast, but I think there's some utility in it. So, not great throw range. Doesn't have a 3-frame button. Right. Which many of the best characters do have, and it certainly is very useful in the game. Doesn't have that stuff. Not like the fastest back movement speed, but it's rare to have a zoning type character who has very fast backwards movement, because that's so powerful for them to have. Right,
and she can do that little dive kick thing and the gunshot in the air. Right. With while jumping backwards.
Yeah, she actually threatens while moving backwards. Right. Very rare in this game.
And you can also dive kick while walking forward, so she can change her jump arc to bait out anti-airs and bait out uppercuts and stuff like that. Yeah. So. Yeah, did you notice that down forward heavy kick is an OTG as well?
I did. So they're trying to make OTGs work, right?
Yeah,
it's something that's been in SF5 system since the start. Bison's been able to do like EX Stomp or whatever it was. I get why. So if it's a way to punish somebody who is trying to escape. The whole mix-up as a defensive player is do you do quick rise, back roll, or delay? And there's a way to beat delay. Cool. It's like a cool idea, but it's always been too slow. Abigail forward strong is just too slow. You can't do it on reaction. It's just too slow. It's a weird bet to make. Same with Bison Stomp and like the very few others. Down forward roundhouse, though, I feel like is a little bit of a different story.
Yeah.
I feel like there is some utility in there, and especially because it's not something that you have to charge for. It's not something that's like unsafe on block. It's actually useful. So this is kind of the first time where I can sort of see the OTG being useful.
Yeah. Oh shoot, we got Mr. Yipes in the chat. What's going on?
Hey.
Mr. Mendoza.
Yeah,
Mr. Mendoza.
It's up to everybody. It looks like the Tubo's in here as well. Hello.
But yeah, I think she looks interesting so far. I'm kind of excited to see what people can pull off. But the thing about it is, it's interesting because, the esports side of Street Fighter V doesn't let these characters develop quickly, right? Because everyone needs to win, right? Because you need that cash. And, in Street Fighter Season 1, Street Fighter V Season 1, everyone's like, Rashid and Laura sucked. By the end of the year, this was even before the Season 2 patch, they were like, wait a minute, these characters are much better than we thought. Takeuchi was winning with Rashid,
that's right.
Before Season 2 patch, right? And then they got buffed. And then Season 2, same thing, right? Like Manat, like everyone was like, okay, this character looks like has potential and everything. Right now, everyone's like, this character is the most broken character ever, right?
They have buffed her, but the basic character was good.
Right, the basic character is good, and it's just people found the time to learn all the good stuff about him. Yeah. Same thing is going to happen with Sakura and Blanca.
100%.
I think Blanca has that potential to make you frustrated. He's that frustration guy. Like he'll beat you just by annoying you to death. I mean, it's kind of why I like his design, because Blanca's always been kind of like a troll character. Yeah. And that's kind of how his fight style is, I just feel like a lot of that's going to happen. I think Falke
tell me about
is going to be kind of like that. I think once people really start figuring it out, I think she's going to be really interesting. So.
Me too, man. Me too. That's, I'm not expecting, as you said, many people to switch from whatever character they're playing to her right now, but I do expect over time that she will become strong. And maybe it'll be like something like, Nephew picks up Colleen a year ago when a lot of people were like, I don't know about Colleen, she's not terrible, but not great. And then he wins with her, in part because she got buffed, but most of what he was doing was not like new V-Trigger 2 stuff. It was like he was solid and really good with her.
Just same thing with Cool Kid and Abigail.
Sure.
The story is, we've seen it a million times now. So.
Agreed. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do, and I think that there's going to be some strength in there. We'll talk about Naptown clutching a little bit, but Arturo was doing some cool work with Dhalsim in there. And I was just watching it, and I was like, that looks like it's really, really fun. I should get back to playing that character, because I basically dropped him. So I kind of wanted to make that happen, but then now with this new character, and she's also kind of zonery, I feel like maybe I should just play her and just like see what comes from it.
Right, yeah. So. And to be honest with you, I feel like she's more straightforward zoning. Like I think so too. I think Manat and Dhalsim are a little bit more complex. In terms of the zoning. For sure. And she's pretty straightforward, so I think she'll be good for a lot of players who want to play this kind of sit back and easy anti-air and just annoy the opponent kind of game. So
and maybe a useful counter pick.
Yeah.
I really feel like there will be a lot of complexity in her style eventually, but it seems like there's just strength in there to begin with against characters who really want to get in. Right. So if you're whatever character you're playing that struggles keeping people out, maybe this is a character to pick up as a counter.
Right. Yeah, I mean, even like Guile, because her thing shoots under Guile's Sonic Boom. Did you even see that her V-trigger gunshot that shoots the 3 completely erases Aegis Reflector?
No.
It doesn't bounce it back at all. She just and it's gone because it's 3 hits. So it takes all 3 hits of the Aegis Reflector out just like that. And then also her V-reversal is 2 hits. She's the only one that has a 2-hit V-reversal, and so...
I didn't even test to see what it looked like.
And she swings her staff and then swings her staff, and some people were showing with Ryu, if you like jump kick and she reversals and like you try to parry it, like it doesn't work. Like it just like hits you, and it was weird. It might have been Akuma, but it was like it was a weird thing. It was just like still going through or something.
Yeah.
There's some weird things about the character that people are finding. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to see something right here. So, obviously, is there anything else you want to say about Falke?
I don't think so.
Okay. It came with a few stealth patches.
Yeah.
A few minor character changes in there. I saw someone in the chat kind of complaining about why Abigail got more plus on his crouch light punch.
Yeah.
But it was +4 before.
It was +4 in season 3 and season 2. And then apparently there was a stealth patch. One of the stealth nerfs, I guess, was that it was so it got more recovery. That was part of the actual notes. But I guess that they didn't correspondingly change the plus on block, plus on hit, or whatever.
Right, yeah.
So it's just kind of reverting it to how it used to be.
Right. Because I mean, I'm looking at this right here. This is my FDV app right here. And crouch light punch is already +4 on hit.
Yeah, it was before. It was briefly not. It was briefly +2, I think it was. I didn't know that either until today.
Right.
I assumed that it was
that
the
wasn't
same.
listed as a change, right? Yeah.
But it turns out it was a change.
So a lot of the little stealth things in there felt like oops, let's fix this back thing a little bit. And like even I guess Laura in V Trigger, if she command threw, it didn't have the -7 billion like most command throws did, and now it does, or something like that.
Oh, is that why they did that?
I think so.
Okay.
And then also, except Ryu got like
he gets some more juggles.
Yeah,
now.
he gets some more juggles, but someone said that you were used to be able to do stuff like that before, and it accidentally got taken away, so maybe they're putting it back or something like that. So there's a few little small things in there. I don't think that they're huge changes, in my opinion. Especially, I thought the Abigail one might have been the biggest one, but that felt like it was a reversion back to something that already existed. And so, as a result, I don't think that a lot of the stealth things are that crazy. And if Ryu gets better juggles, good, you know.
That's definitely cool. The Abigail thing overall is a nerf because there's more recovery to the crouching jab. It's just that now on hit or block, it's the same as it was previously. But if you whiff it, it's a little bit worse than before.
Right, exactly. So
not that big of a deal, I don't think. Not great that they didn't say it beforehand, but, you know, it's...
And to be honest with you, how much you want to bet that maybe they didn't even know?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like someone was like, "Whoops," and then they fixed it, and then like, "I'll just roll it out with the next patch." You know, like
positive. You're right.
That happens all over the place. So yeah, but yeah, I don't think those little stealth changes are gonna do much, to be honest. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bummer for Laura that she has more recovery on the command grab, but it's kind of a bummer for a lot of characters.
Yeah.
You know, they have done too much to her, definitely. So that's a bummer, but that's there. That's honestly, very much in accord with how they're doing to her.
I mean, it's weird because people are talking about how she's like terrible now.
Well, obviously she is not terrible.
Right, but I mean, like, she's one of the characters that hasn't made a top 8 yet this season.
Yeah, she's not great.
Yeah,
Not terrible.
Like, should they bring her standing medium kick back?
I mean, yeah, I don't see why they nerfed it, honestly. I really feel like people were complaining too much about it not special cancelable, but...
Right, and like Akuma's is like twice as bad, 3 times worse.
It's better and cancelable.
And it stands people up.
Yeah, it's right.
So it guarantees the Tatsu, you know, and stuff. And so, I mean, I thought the biggest nerf that she got was the 3-bar V trigger. Like, I don't think people realized how bad that was going to hurt her.
I'm with you.
And, you know, when people saw it, they're like, whatever, still, you know, but like 3-bar V trigger is a problem.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a big difference. So.
Well, we'll see what happens to her. All right. Anything else to say about Falke or this patch?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Falke.
But, I mean, I'm excited to see people get good at her, but of course, it'll take a while. There's not going to be a lot of people picking her up. I know, who was the 3rd character last season? It was Ed. Ed was never really picked up all that much either. Yeah. So I'm not sure if we're going to see a lot of, you know, Falkes unless we've got like the guys like Windalfers and stuff like that, you know, messing with the new characters.
Yeah. And Ed, I think, is an instructive example because when he first came out, I thought he had a lot of good tools. And then it turned out that they just didn't kind of work how you would think.
Right,
They just
yeah.
didn't sort of interact as well as they probably could have.
Excuse me.
So that's always a potential with a new character. Like, I feel like there's a lot of strength in her tools and Falk's tools, but maybe they don't work how I think, right? So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. All right. I really hope.
Look, I know, I get that if you read it as a German name, which she's supposed to be German,
Right.
it's not pronounced Falk. Okay, I understood. I'd love to not say Falk, but that's what the game says, so hey.
Yeah. Falk.
Falk.
Yeah. I mean, well, to be fair, the game also said Barlog. Right?
Barlog wins 25 years ago.
Right. Exactly. So.
Barlog wins.
Barlog. Which is always funny too, because like Balrog is the name of the monster in Lord of the Rings, right? And so we have a character named Balrog.
Yeah.
They mispronounced it as Barlog, and I was like, huh, that's a weird name, right? But then there's literally the main producer, the main director of God of War, the new God of War that came out is named Cory Barlog, and I just
Is it his real name?
I think that's his real name.
I assumed it was a tag.
Oh really? I think that's his real name.
That's okay. Hey,
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not.
I don't know either way.
Okay. I haven't heard anything else from my friends who have worked on the game. So
all right.
there you go. Okay. Yeah, real name. I haven't got a chance to play that
How
yet.
about that?
I need to play that.
I've heard such good things. Yeah, I haven't played any of the Gods of War, and I haven't like played that many video games outside of like Fighters, WoW, and Civ in like a long time. So maybe I should. Yeah.
Symbiote.
Oh, Symbiote. Oh, what are they doing? I understand. Look, there are accents in the world. That really caused you to go off.
Yeah, I know.
Different people have different accents. Different words are pronounced differently. But Symbiote, you're gonna sit through the whole movie and it's just oh well.
No one corrected them at all?
Well, that's a way to pronounce it according to some accents.
Is it?
Yes, I've heard it before. It's just not like the common American English kind of accent to say it, but that's what they went with. Zangief.
Yeah, it's like if you think of like Kiev and stuff, like it's supposed to be Zangief. That's what it really kind of is supposed to be.
Yeah, there's a real wrestler named Zangief. Bowie knife.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's quit talking about this.